What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle, and welcome back to a still undecided name for
Copper
series,
Drop.
but I am gonna
Copper
go
Drop.
I like Copper Drop. I'm
I
with
think
the
that's good,
Copper
simple.
Drop.
I like that.
As you can hear it on the other end, we're of course joined by Ivan Lapagna. We're looking to put this out weekly, where we get to kind of kick back and talk about players that come out and guys that you should invest in or that we think are worth the money, cop, drop, and it is based on value. So it's not just about performance, but also what do you have to pay, what's going to be the back end, what are the price points, what's the time investment, you name it. As always, I'll have Ivan's channel linked down below. Please make sure to subscribe. I think most of you that have watched a lot of my content are pretty familiar with Ivan. How's your day going before we get started? Because we got 18 names.
80 names. It's been good, yes. Still trying to get back after champs, the 60 games. So trying to get back to my normal me. Champs is difficult, but it was, I think, worth it because this is a very nice TOTS team, I'd say.
Definitely has some upper echelon. I don't know if it's as detailed or has as much depth as I would like top to bottom. And you guys can let us know what you think, of course, in the comments. If you want more of it, make sure to drop a like on the video. And I'm going to give you some of the names. I'm looking at the comments from the previous video. You ready? Before we get into the players, let me give you some name suggestions that came up. We have the legendary, beautiful reporters, stud or dud. We've got invest or detest.
That's a decent one.
Dynamic sensation. We got class or pass.
Copper Drop is
makes
the
sense,
best, I
but
think.
I just want to give some people some love. On the pitch with Savitzer and BORASLEGEND.
Savitzer.
Copper Drop makes sense. It feels authentic. We went through a few of your suggestions. Let's get right into the players. We're going to go in order from lowest rated to highest rated player. First off, we have Henrique.
Henry, yes, that is 88 rating. I think it looks quite good because the card is very cheap as well, only like 50k, and he has some okay stats, maybe not the best work rates, but he's lean, and double 3 as well for fullbacks, quite good. Give him shadow, and I think he's going to be some decent value.
Yeah, my only concern is with the strength, and I would like to have more of a trade. If you're going to have a player that's weaker, I kind of want him to have the skill moves, or want him to be able to wiggle a little bit better.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Quadrado, but without the skills.
But this is still quite cheap, and some nice links as well. Monaco also, Yedo link, Neymar link for the price. It's okay.
50,000 coins. I'm saying cop. You can try him out. You don't like him, put him back on the market. The next player, I don't think I'm going to say his name well. Gaetan LaBelle.
I think that was
I know that E is
quite
going to be
good.
silent.
Yeah.
We're
that was
trying.
quite good.
We're trying.
This one, I think, they'll definitely drop. This card has really nothing special, and I think this is also the most common guy to get from packs as well, because he's so shit simply all the time. He has nothing special. Double 3 for a winger, cannot defend either. Yes, he is very strong, but the dribbling is very average.
I'm going to agree with you. I think he's the worst of this team of the season. I would rank him dead last. The 3-3 doesn't work. He's going to be clunky. I think a lot of his stats that look good are still going to be fraudulent. It's just not allocated properly. So it's pretty simple. If you just don't, if you want him for the face mask, pick him up. But otherwise, you don't want him in the squad. Kimpembe.
Kimpembe, yes, that is objectives. Looks very good, of course. PSG as well, French, great links. That is perfect link to Mbappe. Pace is good. Physicality is good as well. 93 interceptions. Good height. Definitely cop. Amazing.
Absolute cop. I actually think he's one of the better players from this team this season. If you watched the previous video, I think I have him at number 7 or number 8 overall, which, considering some of the top players, that's pretty solid, and he's free. You have to do this. He's free. Lucas PAQUETA.
PAQUETA, yes. I think that's a good card. I mean, he doesn't really have something excellent, but overall very good. Box-to-box player with some good links as well. Lyon, Brazil, double 4. Good work rates. He's lean. He can tackle. Maybe not the best, but given shadow, and should be fine. And dribbling is also 94, which is very high. And the price is definitely good. So I say cop.
I was just going to say the price point here, in terms of a value pickup, you should give him a chance. He has all the links that's necessary. I made an analogy talking about if you're going to get a salad, if you're not only getting the greens here, but you're going to get the dressing, you're getting the croutons, you get all the extras, and you're really paying a fraction of what he should be on the marketplace, especially with the links that he has. Jonathan Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
I mean, this card, it looks quite good. I mean, a good right back choice, Liga. Very good dribbling here, 92 as well. Finishing is also 83 if you want to have them maybe overlapping. Pace is of course insane as well. Only thing maybe defending is not the highest really, and not the strongest here, but I still say here, Cop, good choice.
Would you prefer using him as a center back or as a fullback? Because he is 6'1", and you know you have that threshold with fullbacks. Very few of them, once they get to 6 foot and taller, are nearly as agile, even if the stats say that they should be agile.
Yeah, I think center back for him might be better, but then at the same time, defending is maybe not the highest. Interception say 81, which is quite low. Awareness 83. The center back rather. Perhaps yes, but the fullback definitely possible also. I mean, 92 dribbling.
I'm also joining you. I have him as a cop, but he's kind of an experimental cop because I'm not sure that you're going to get what you're looking for as a fullback. He also has medium work rates, and I'm also not certain that you're going to love him as a center back because he isn't the strongest guy. You're not going to have this presence that maybe you're demanding, but I think that he would work out really well as a center back if you're playing a 3 at the back. He's going to cover up a lot of space, and he's also going to be able to recover much faster than probably any center back that you have in your team, unless his name is Tap Soba, because that guy is beyond broken. Next, and I think I have an idea where you're going to go, we have Yilmaz.
Yilmaz, yes. Disappointing skill moves, weak foot. Double 3, of course. They call him the Turkish R9, but he's nothing like it. He is very strong, yes. Great finishing, pace, but in this game, with this meta, double 3 gets you nowhere.
This is going to be a drop for me. Every player seems to have 90 plus strength now, so the physical stats don't
good point,
make him
actually.
special.
Yeah, good point that was.
So this guy's going to be extra clunky and chunky around the box. I don't care about the pace stats or the high agility. You're going to lose a lot of the lateral movement.
Yeah, and also I say as well, overall strength feels this year kind of, I'm not say useless, but the impact is not as big.
We've got Mo Bamba now with the 5-star skills. It's a big upgrade.
Bamba looks very good, yes. Skill moves upgrade as well, but he is though quite pricey. But good links overall, insane dribbling of course, and this year skill moves I feel is the key. I still say that the price is okay because this is really top stuff. So for me, this is a cop as well.
I like Bamba a lot. I used his headliners. I used his player of the month. I believe it was the first SBC he had. I think it was an 86. I will say this. I would not buy him currently. I think his price is going to come down more. And if you bought him over the weekend, you overpaid. I think this is like a 380,000 coin foot item. He does have kind of strange work rates, which would be a downer. But when he's on the ball, pretty special, pretty unique.
Yeah, definitely so. But for him, maybe the only perhaps con would be body type, which is average. I feel like this year up front, the best type is definitely lean.
In our new announcement, we have VOLLAND.
VOLLAND, yes. He also had, I think that was a free center back card as well. It was quite odd. And this one, what can we say? Double 4 though, quite good, but we just spoke about body type. This one is stocky. So despite maybe having dribbling which is okay, he will still feel, I think, very heavy. And sprint speed is not as high as it should be. I say it should be in this game this year. 89 plus, so you can have with Hunter 99 because this game is pretty much all about the pace. And then the price, okay, it's quite good, like 120k, but I would definitely not use him. So this is for me drop simply.
Yeah, it's kind of got to be a drop because he doesn't have the prereqs. I mean, you could talk about the center back version, but we never, and I mean never, use VOLLAND in any previous title, previous installment, this year's game as a striker. His body type is terrible, the work rate's terrible.
Yep.
There's not this natural flow or expression. There's something missing with that creativity. He's not an orchestrator of an attack. I just don't know where to play him. Where do I maximize VOLLAND on the virtual pitch?
On the bench.
Yeah, on the bench. On the bench.
He can carry water and stuff like that, you know. Looks strong, so good for him.
Looks like a rhino, but he's going to play like a Bambi. There's nothing for you to do with them. All right, we got Andre. Moving on.
This one, I'm not sure, because the card is actually very solid. As CDM, he's going to be very good. But I'm not sure where to put him, really, because somehow still the card just feels quite average, even though it is maybe not. Physicality is 96, defending is also great here. Passing key stats here looks good as well. Long passing 91. The French SCN perhaps. It's a good card. It's a good card. French links, I say cop.
You've got him at a cop. I I think I'm more so leaning towards a drop. This guy has some question marks around him. It's only going to be a cop if he fits into your squad and you need a traditional holding mid. This is a player that sits on top of the back line. If you want someone who's balanced, that's going to attack, unlock space. If you're used to using players like maybe that new OR, if you're playing him as a center mid, or if you're using a Renato Sanchez, or if you're using a Curtis Jones, the actual 50 cent, or the $1 bill, or the $2 bill. I don't know. They can play defense, but they give you so much offensive awareness and just this natural ability, almost their natural habitat to score goals. Andre will not do that, and I'm going to leave him at a drop. I think that he's valuable only in one circumstance. Maybe if you're playing a 4-1-2-1-2, which I really love that formation. Exactly. And he's the holding CDM. Otherwise, I just don't like him in many other setups. Moving on to a player that I really love. I really rate OR, and I think his value from an SBC perspective, he's one of the most versatile players that we have in FIFA 21.
He looks insane, yes, and this is versatile. This is very good. I mean, double for his lean as well. He has all the meta traits. Pace is great as well. Shooting is insane. Passing is great. Dribbling is next level, and he can also defend on top of that. So this one for a price of 250k, French links. This is a massive comp.
So he is my first choice after the big three, and I feel there's a very significant three-player list as we get to them a little bit later on that really and truly stand out in terms of the Ligue. But this is a fantastic foot item, and you're not having to pay for it, which is kind of rare. Usually you have to pay that upcharge. Cop, Fonte.
Joseph Wanch, Portuguese, you know what we're gonna say about this one. At this stage, 76 pace is not gonna make it. I mean, he got a massive upgrade because he was at like I think 32 pace. You can see it here, yeah. So he got plus 44 pace, but still he cannot make it. This game is so pace based. There are through balls, nutmegs. He cannot catch up. If you face these meta guys, best players, he will get destroyed.
He's gonna get killed. You're gonna get smoked if you try to use Fonte. And he has 75 stamina, so he's barely walking on the pitch. He's gonna be tired very early on. Congratulations on the upgrade, but he's not making it into my squad. That's a drop. Now it's starting to get a little bit dicey, a little more debatable. We've got Yetter, Ben Yetter, Yetterism as I like to say. 93 overall. I think 1.4 million coins at the moment.
This is a difficult one. Last year he was one of the best players, but I feel like this year doesn't really hit the same. Last year meta was a bit different. It was more about the dragbacks, turn and shoot. This year, for this price, non-icon, I say you need 5-star skill moves rather than 5-star weak foot. I'm gonna say actually drop. If he was 800k, then definitely yes. But at this stage with the 76 aggression, nah, just not. Too much coins.
I feel that aggression plays a factor with the bridge dribble, and you being able to recover the bridge dribble after you lose the balls. If you have a very aggressive attacker that he gets stuck in afterward, you could take it off the defender, or you can recover a bounce quicker. I don't know if you feel like that in FIFA, but that's where I think the aggression comes into play.
I just feel like this year that aggression matters more than strength. I don't know why, but it makes them just simply more rabid, and they gonna fight all the time. And with 4-star skill moves as well, again 1.5 mil, too much for me. Pass.
I'm really on the fence with Ben Yetter. My bigger concern, I wasn't even really taking into consideration aggression, but I hate that his stamina is only 83.
Stamina is actually quite fine. It would be fine if he would not have high work rates, which means that with these work rates he's gonna get tired quickly.
You're getting a fraction of what he should be in the later stages of the game, and I think when you start a game or what you're looking at, I believe the agility, the balance, the feel of Ben Yetter on the ball is all real. But I think I'm going to agree with Yvonne here and say drop until that price comes for under a mil. Next up, we got Marquinhos. Comes in at about 280k, 93 overall. Brazilian, PSG links. Walk us through it.
Marquinhos looks very solid as well here with 88 sprint speed. Defending is going to be 96. Freeze item was also very good. So this one is going to be I think top level as well. Price is also very solid. For me, this is definitely cop.
And I actually have him as a drop. I just feel that we've got Kimpembe. So for me, I've got a better version that's free.
But you can have both.
That's my logic here.
You could have both.
Unless you need both. If you need both, fine. But
yeah.
If you need both, fine. I used that foot freeze. I thought he was decent. I'm not a believer in the strength. Marquinhos has never been a physical player, in my opinion. And so I think this 87 strength is going to feel more like a 77 strength. And he's not a big player either. This is a center back that does not have a big frame. I just think there's better options. Navas. Let's go to goalkeepers.
Yes, Navas, the SBC guy. 94 rating. What can we say about him? I think like this year, goalkeepers, they are inconsistent. And sometimes as well, the higher rating, the worse they are somehow, unless they are icons. Okay, he's not the tallest either. And this year, keepers need to be tall. And the trades are also quite bad. So for me, this is pass.
Easy pass. I didn't like his earlier versions. And I can't think of a goalkeeper I've used this year that has had success at 6'1". Di Maria, 95 overall, 5-star skills with the upgraded weak foot.
This one is quite hard for me. Weak foot did get upgraded, yes, but then at the same time, he has some very good stats overall. Dribbling is top notch, shooting is also very good, passing is really insane, and defending is quite good as well, so you can also play with maybe centimeter as well if you play diamond. But then at the same time, I feel like overall the price is quite high for a 3-star weak foot. Maybe I'm a, I don't know, weak foot sucker, but I just feel like this year in attack, it should be at least 4-star weak foot, minimum. It's drop.
I think your logic is fair. So the player that I would compare Di Maria to is Mahrez. So if you can perform with Mahrez, I feel that you can also perform with Di Maria, where you're getting intricate players, guys that are very gifted with different ways of breaking down defenses. Even when you look at his stats and you see 96 sprint speed and 95 acceleration and 99 agility, I'll tell you right now, Di Maria is not going to be a burner. He's not a through ball and you're gone type of player. I think his price is a little bit high, but I think he's going to also come down. This is going to be a cop for me, but I like these types of players. But I think you got to get him at like 250.
Next up, Memphis Depay, right? That's the same story. 5-3 as well, skills is 5, weak for 3-star. But this one though I think has a bit more excellence maybe, because he's just super strong with this finishing, dribbling, strength, passing. He has some extra. He is gonna feel powerful in game. But then at the same time, looking at this price, 3-star weak foot, 600,000, 50k. Again, I'm not gonna pay that.
Outside of maybe Neymar, I think this is the most overpriced player.
He's overpriced, right?
It's way overpriced. It's not even close, because Depay doesn't have a great track record either, because we've seen previous team of the seasons. He always has the same issue, and it takes time to learn Memphis Depay because his body type's a little thicker, which can be a massive advantage because he is more physical. But for a lot of people that are used to using lean attackers, he's not that. So even with the high-low work rates and the skill moves and the finishing and a lot of these positive statistics, I don't think he should cost more than 350,000 coins. And that's a huge difference. We're almost 2-to-1 right now in terms of where I think he should be priced at, where I think you should purchase him. So he's also going to be a drop for me.
Yep.
Which brings us to the most expensive player.
To the most expensive
in this team of the season.
Yes.
Neymar, most expensive player, hands down. I'm happy to see that he's no longer over the 10 million mark. I think he's dropped down to about 9 million coins, depending on your console. You've got the 5-star skills, the 5-star weak foot, highly coveted, very special player. He's an elitist.
Well, it is one of the best cards in the game, for sure. It is. But the price is still, I mean, it's crazy. 9.3 mil. Yes, he's double 4, he has 99 dribbling, but then physicality is only 70. I'm still shocked at this price. It's just also telling us here that this year people have a lot of coins, because this is of course an exclusive choice. But then at the same time you can just go and get Moments Cruyff, who I think at this point is somehow even cheaper and stats are around the same, and he has the iconic links.
If you're not a pro FIFA player, this is a pass. That's kind of where I'm falling with Neymar. Mainly because of how Ivan argued here. You can get 2 of the best icons. You can pick any 2 icons for the most part. You want Ruud Gullit and Cruyff, you can make that happen. You want a version of R9 and a Eusebio, you can make that happen. You're not going to get the prime R9 obviously, but the point that I'm making is you can pick at least a couple of the most premium players in all of FIFA 21 and get 2, maybe even 3-to-1 in terms of his price point, or just one Neymar. The most expensive player we've seen this team of the season as well.
By far.
And then last but not least, we have Mbappe, who now looks way more reasonable.
A teammate, yes.
6 million coins.
And this is the price that Neymar should be. This one has good price. Also think compared to Team of the Year got +5 physicality as well. So this one is now a monster on the pitch. 94 strength, 99 pace, also crazy good dribbling. And as we know, this year Kylian is just top notch. So for me, this is definitely comp. If you have any coins.
I agree with you. I think getting those physical boosts, at least with Mbappe, what you're looking at from a price perspective is, I don't want to say attainable, but it seems about right. We're dealing with maybe the most deadly or dangerous attacking player. This guy is pure explosion, instant offense, one-man counterattack, and he has those 5-star skills, of course, as well. He just takes off. I mean, 99 acceleration, 99 sprint speed, 98 agility. There's nothing he doesn't do at the highest level, and I've always found Mbappe to be an absolute problem. I'm gonna completely agree with Ivan. This is a great investment. He's gonna get you more weekend league wins. You're guaranteed more wins with Mbappe. At least the upgraded version is kind of what I'm saying. And on that note, that wraps up another episode. I think this episode's a little bit longer than our previous recording. I really appreciate you coming on.
Likewise,
as
man.
always. Yeah, it's just nice to get to chat and kind of catch up with one of your friends. And I feel like we bring a little different dynamics on these player selections. And I know for a lot of you watching, when I do the listing videos, you want to have another voice. So we've got Cop, Drop. We'll see you next week. Get in the comments if you have any suggestions about maybe what we should apply this to, because Team of the Season is obviously coming to an end. It's going to be ending soon. And we can take that application and then go into positional scenarios, or we can take leagues. We've got variety, but I'll have a lot more content coming out here ASAP.